Alrighty, a little news came down. Trying to be such a positive thing that they're going to broadcast the entire first season of Discovery on CBS itself. What does this actually mean? I think it means that because of the cough, they're short on programming. So they're going back into what they got in the library they can fill a dead slot with. Move the better shows together, and then something that they lose their shirts on anyway, stick it in there, otherwise we're running test patterns. So let's not get overly excited here. And also, Kurtzman really should have thought about this before agreeing to it if he had any choice. Now we will actually have some actual hard viewer numbers. No more hiding behind, we don't release those. The ratings are public information. So we will finally see how many people tune in to watch this crap. And it could also be like a little bit of a power play on the part of CBS. Because if they can, really demonstrate, horrible viewership of this thing, if the Kurtzman under his tutelage, under leadership, has truly damaged the franchise, there may be a way out of that contract. You never know. Either way, it's going to be more ammunition for, we need to get rid of this guy, because, I hate to bring up the phrase too big to fail, but it's like they need Star Trek to work and make them money again. It's too valuable a franchise to just, let wither away and die here. So, this will just go on the heap of things we need to renew my contract. No, we don't. We need to end it. So, come September, there will be incontrovertible proof of just how many people actually like this show, or actively avoid it. Because there's, not just the viewers themselves, but they also what the ratings were before and after. That's something that Doctor Who has shown rather horribly. They've, I think it's Antiques Roadshow is on before, Country Fire or something but they have shown the numbers dip precipitously as Doctor Who starts, and they go up a little bit over on ITV or something, and then they pick back up again after Doctor Who's over. They're not tuning in, they're actively avoiding the show. And let's see what that happens here with Discovery. Now, this will be an interesting time when this finally happens. So, I'm waiting for Lower Decks to finish downloading. It'll be about, say, another 40 minutes the time I'm doing this. So, that review will be up before too long, by the end of the day. But for now, like I said, this is not a celebration thing for Discovery. It's, oh, look, they're so confident they're going to put it on CBS. No, they're not confident. They're filling space, okay? They can't just run empty air on a major network. They can either hand it over to the local affiliates, let the local program directors find something to put up. That's the way it used to be, at least. And that may still happen, because the way it works in TV, at least the way it used to when I was going through school, and I think it still does, is, owned and operated stations, those that are directly owned by the network, like in Channel 4 here in Denver is directly owned by CBS. They usually you're not actually required to show the show. I think, well, certain ones I think they are, but other ones, if you want to run something else, go right ahead. This is what's coming on the network feed. If you want to run Prices Right reruns, go right ahead. But, but that's when, the owned and operated stations have rights of first refusal. No, the network shows that they got to give it to the O&Os first. And if they turn down, then they open it up to other stations that might want to run it. You get some markets like Cheyenne, Wyoming. They got one channel running two networks. At least they did. Like I said, not the people over there to support things like CBS and ABC are on the same channel. But this will be interesting, because one way or another we will have actual numbers. We will have numbers of people, actual rating numbers for the viewers. We will, and it'd be fun to see any stations refuse to air it. Because remember, there was a big thing with Star Trek, in the original days. they were worried about airing a certain episode because certain stations down south will not run it. Now it wasn't all local, franchise affiliates down there. They had their own stations down there. Yeah, and the fact is they're worried with plenty of coverage, so they're worried about their own stations not wanting to cover it. And then the deal is they got first refusal. So if they don't want to run it, well, then they open it to anybody else who wants to. But the prospects of there's something that their own stations don't want to run kind of makes things a little gloomy. So, with that, PayPal, Patreon, subscribe star down below. This could be an interesting week coming up here because I just sent out the recertification for our benefits. Somewhere in there I got to renew my driver's license, and for that really I need a piece of paperwork. My caseworker, and she's kind of slow in getting back to us here, and also some other piece of paperwork which we may or may not need, but we really rather have it. So. Anyway, enough of my personal foibles here. We'll talk to you later.